Well, on my way back to Ohio from the Meadows, it's almost over. Halloween's almost over. It really hasn't even started yet, but it's almost over. I don't like Halloween. I'm not a Halloween guy. Halloween represents the last day before Christmas season, which drives my wife crazy. She does not like, she loves Christmas. Every year I tell you guys, she hates Christmas. She hates the stress that comes with being a mom at Christmas time. That's what she hates. Everybody loves Christmas. Anyway, I am a huge Christmas person, and November 1st of every year is the official start of Christmas season. So on my way home now, hopefully I can miss Halloween. Hopefully the kids have giant bags of candy and all their costumes off and sitting in the front room. Wouldn't that be nice? I don't think that's the case though. We'll see. I'm the Halloween Grinch. That's what I am. I am the Halloween Grinch. So how did our day go? You know, last night I left the track angry at myself over La Dorian and just a bonehead drive. You know, it only cost us a position, but it still cost us. And I wasn't very happy with myself. And then I got to watch earlier on. I got to watch a replay of the 5th inning from the World Series. There's La Dorian. There's lots of things that happen, and then there's what took place in the 5th inning in the World Series last night. You know, these guys are they are in peak physical shape. They are the best of the best, and to watch them be so human and make mistakes, it's something to watch, and it really puts your own life into perspective sometimes, right? You're a guy like Aaron Judge, one of the best players to play the game. Drop a routine line drive fly ball. A pitcher, Garrett Cole, one of the best in the game. Make a mistake that Ollie would get yelled at for in Little League. Not covering first. And then Anthony Volpe, who sparked their comeback yesterday, 2 days ago, make a bad throw to third. All three of those things could have got them out of the inning. And instead ignited... paved the way to the loss of the New York Yankees. So, World Series is over. You know, it was for a Yankees fan. Oh my God, you guys! I'm not a big Yankees fan, and you know, you either love the Yankees or you hate the Yankees. And actually, that's not true because I don't hate them, but I did feel bad last night for the Yankees, to be honest. Anyway. It wasn't a great game. The first 5 innings were great. You know, the first inning you had to watch what looked like the Dodgers getting crushed. And then, man, how life can change so quick, eh? You know that in this game. So, I woke up today, went to the barn. I trained Lover's Play. She's ready to qualify next week. She was pretty good in training. What else did I train this morning? I know I trained somebody in Lauren's side. Lover's Play was on the far side. It'll come to me. It was just somebody getting ready to prep for next week. Can't think who it was right now. But all the horses I went with today, I was very happy with. I went with a number of babies. I went with a number of race horses that are, like as I said, prepping for next week. And I was happy with what I saw. You know, the last month, everything has been in such disarray that it's really thrown off our rhythm, right? And I think the catalyst of us getting it back was a day like today. Finding a spot for Pickpocket. So important. Getting Tenacious Hanover moving forward. So very important. And kicked off the day with Ready for Landing. You know, I was apprehensive about today. I don't know how Pickpocket's going to be. Tenacious Hanover was good. Last week he was much better than he's been, but there was days, remember that day he was 4th, he was flat. Couldn't get him in, had to move him around, had to run him from Northfield to here and around. It just, we couldn't get our horses set up where we wanted. The classes weren't filling. And last week I told you, usually when you take the hobbles off a horse and it makes a break, the answer is obvious, put them back on. But I didn't get that feeling from Ready for Land last week. Mentally, so much better. We forget sometimes that these horses are maturing and getting better. Today, what you witnessed was the very best start of Ready for Landing's life. Today. The best he's ever been in his life. He's a smarter horse. He followed good. He was a little anxious getting into the last turn. I want to keep him out of harm's way, so I just moved him. But I think he would have been fine sitting in the hole. Man, he was really, really good today. Really good. Very, very happy with the job Tim and his staff has done with him. Horse just like going nice low head. He just looked really good today. I was really, really pleased. And then Pickpocket, as I said, I don't know what's going to happen with Pickpocket. He trained good. I told you guys he trained good last week. He trained good the start of the week when we shipped him over here. He trained good. He had a good week that I could see anyway. Got away third. That's a good horse in there, Distant Drums. Those are some gatekeepers, right? And with Pickpocket last week, he made that break. He broke his hobbles. And I didn't realize until I got on the bike. So the way that the Jacks hobbles, there's a number of different kinds of hobbles. I would say the most we have the little light loop ones with the 2 hobble hangers on the side. If you're a horse person out there, you know what I'm talking about. And then we have the Jacks hobbles. The belly strap goes back to the bike. There's 2 snaps. One of those straps broke last week. So they put another strap on the bike and sent it over. But those straps aren't always the same size. Sometimes they come in small, medium, and large. Pickpocket wore the bike in the 2nd hole on the bike and the 8th hole in the hobbles. 28. I can hear it clear as bell. Lauren saying it, writing it down right beside me when we trained the horse. 1,000% sure. 28. I said maybe 29, but you're right, 28 will do. There was no 29 today. We went to put the bike on him. Hobbles were way too tight. We had to put him in the 3rd bike, so move him a hole closer in the bike and let the hobbles out to the very last hole, the longest it would go. And that's where he raced. It wasn't until we were almost in behind the gate. It's bugging me. I know he was in 28. What is going on with this strap? And then it dawned on me. Broke the hobbles last week. For sure, they just put another strap on these hobbles. They're not the same. So Pickpocket will race in the 3rd hole in the bike, in the very longest hole in the new strap on the hobbles. I got away well, followed well. I knew he had a big run in him in the last turn. He was trotting the turns good lately. So I waited as long as I could. I put him in gear and I let him rock getting into the last turn. You might have thought I was going to beat Distant Drums. I'm not so sure he wasn't coming back on to beat me. He wasn't put away, I can tell you that. And then he blew up. Distant Drums did. Pickpocket did not. Went back to the strawberry today. Pretty good. But it's a cold brew. Not the vanilla latte. I went with the cold brew today. Good choice. So now we have 2 winners. Tim has 3. A horse that he had got from Corbin for one of his owners had won last week with Dave Plone and won this week with Dave Plone. So now Tim's 3 for 3 heading into the last one, who, quite frankly, I knew he was the best, but how was I going to drive him? I didn't want him on the front, and he didn't leave that well anyway. So I'll put it all out on the table. Tenacious Hanover, his left ankle bothers him a bit. His front feet bother him a little bit. His left stifle bothers him a little bit. These are racehorse things that you uncover as you go along. You treat them. You've got to be very careful with his front feet because you don't want him loading weight at all. That left ankle bothers him. But in the mile, he was great. I could see the 2 favorites to beat were 2, 3, and 7, I believe. Aaron's going out of there. Jeremy Indoff's going to have to 2-move his horse, who's the 3 horse. That's going to make him soft. I'm happy to follow Mike. Now, Mike's horse has got a bunch of war equipment on. Big, giant head pull. Might even have a set of go straights on. I'm watching him real close. We get to the first turn. He twists right around. He gets out of gear. And I'm like, he's going to get me to where I need to go. But I was watching him. He said, oh, that was close. I was 3 wide long before that horse ever made a break. I didn't know if he was going to make a break, but I knew he was about to backpedal in either gate. He got me into the last turn. I moved him over 3 wide, but then he made a kind of a quick break, and I had to check him again. Now I'm uncovered. The last time I did this with Tenacious Hanover, he hung out, right? 4th on the outside, never passed a horse down the lane, ended up 4th, beat a length. His line was okay, and he raced adequate, but certainly didn't race to the billing of the horse that we purchased. He dug in all the way around the last turn. I pulled the plugs. He cleared the lead, and what I love the most about him, driving away winner. Didn't clear to the lead and hang. Didn't just take the victory lap. Whistle to whistle. Worked right through the wire. I like to see that. And that's a good indication that he's getting sharp, too. And that he's feeling good. You know, you work out a crafty little trip, and you get up. He needed last week's race. Locked in, you know, late room. He needed that. I could have stayed to the left. This was much like, very reminiscent of La Dorienne. Second over, behind a horse that looks a little shady. 3 wide early. But a good horse will bail you out. I wanted free air rather than locked in hoping to get out. He raced great. Paced right through the wire, 54-3. That was a good mile for him. All 3 horses raced absolutely tremendous today. Very, very pleased with what I saw from all 3. Now we have 2 more coming up tonight. We have Admiral Deal at Mohawk. He was poor his last start. I'm hoping for a good rebound effort from him because he was good to start that Travis drove him. And then we have the horse in Yonkers also, Scotty's horse. It'll come to me. The New York trotter that's from Indiana. You guys know what I'm talking about. Can't think of his name right now. It's bugging me. See what you made me do? It's Texan Soprano. Texan Soprano is racing later on at Yonkers. So we'll see how he does. Really, really pleased with the way things went today. Happy with the burn. Happy with the way things are going at the burn. Inching ever so closer to get everything cleaned up from Lexington so I can head to Harrisburg with a fresh brain. If you're hanging around Harrisburg, if you're coming out to Harrisburg, much like Lexington now, Harrisburg is not Lexington. The food in Harrisburg is good. A number of places, more than enough places to accommodate anything you want to eat. There's a good one. Great steakhouses, great Italian places. In on the hill, we're thinking of going to Sunday night if we can get room. My only question is how many people need it? How many people are going to be in Harrisburg with us this weekend, the first part of the week? Our last sale of the year. This is the first time ever I can see a clear line of sight to a stress-free Christmas time, so to speak. Very happy with what I've seen so far, sales season. Very happy with the way the horses have broke in and they're jogging. We're going to have some more videos for you guys in the weeks coming up. Everything just seems a little bit better this year. And we're having a great run. What a way to kick off Harrisburg. I know it's only Thursday and we don't leave till Saturday, but 3 starters so far today, 3 winners. I see Texan and Admiral Deal. Admiral Deal's like 9-2. Texan's like 10-1. So I don't think we're going to go 5 for 5, but we already have gone 3 for 3, and that is a good feat in its own. Tomorrow is going to be a very interesting day. Every horse that we have in down there trained very well this week and is in a good spot. Jason's done a great job putting them in a good spot. I just have to do a good job driving them. Very interested to watch Drebin. I'm going to sleep on what we're going to race him in. Are we going to race him back in that open bridle? Are we going to put the blinkers back on him? I don't know. I don't know yet. I want to give him a chance to learn, but I don't want to turn down a victory also. He's in a real good spot tomorrow. I'm probably going to end up somewhere near the front end with him. Do I want to be on the front end in an open bridle and Drebin? I don't know. But I'm very interested to race the horses tomorrow. Very excited. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm having a great day. I hope you are too. The weather is unbelievably good. What is it? 80 degrees at 6 o'clock as I leave the meadows. I have a light shirt over a t-shirt and I'm sweating. 80 degrees. I'm not going to get many more days like this. I hope I say that every day. Sound like a broken record. Not going to get many more days like this. I'll take all of the days like this you can get. This is a perfect day. I am heading back to Northfield where it is raining a little bit. Put a damper on Halloween somewhat. I hope the kids get lots of candy and everybody has fun. If you're a Halloween person, forgive me. Don't mean to rain on your parade. I just look forward to Christmas season. And as I said, it starts tomorrow. So with that, I'll let you go. You take care. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Great rest of your week. And if you're heading to Harrisburg, I will see you in Harrisburg. Take care.